Hi guys, you're here with me, Jen, the Taxidermy Witch, and we are getting back into the beautiful Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And we are doing it 3 cards at a time through my channel. Today we're doing the whale, the fire ant, and the hyena on this episode. And so we are starting with the whale, and I just want to show you a glimpse of that card. The colors are so magnificent. It almost has all of the colors of the rainbow there, with the purples, the yellows, the blues, the reds. And then I like to show it to you next to the black and white version they have in the book, also divine. And let's talk over this whale card, shall we? So the whale card is the last of the elements of water. The whale is the last card. And then we'll be on to fire. So the whale. Desire to delve deeper. Profound peace and ancient wisdom. The whale represents profound emotional health and stability. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives. These experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. While whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication, we can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost, and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. When in balance, calm, steady, deeply compassionate. When out of balance, heavy, slips into old story. To bring back into balance, regular self-care. And there again is the whale card. Absolutely divine, and the last of the water series, okay? So now we're into fire. Fire, y'all. I love to give myself energy from just some candlelight. Okay, and now we are talking on the first fire card about the fire ant. And it's a really cool picture. It makes me happy. Just all of the scatter, I think. And then that fiery color there. And the black and white picture makes me feel a lot different. It makes me feel unfulfilled. It makes me feel just not happy all the way. And then this one is just so different. Okay. So, the fire ant. Aggression. Rigid thinking. Following orders. Fire ant energy flares up without us noticing. It's the force that attracts us to people and situations that feed our imbalances, rather than those that counter them. Gossiping and blaming are a few indicators that misaligned fire ant energies is at play. You may also find yourself stewing on a person or situation, only making things worse. How can you break free from the drama and cool down? Fire ants are surprisingly sensitive. Don't pretend the heat isn't getting to you. When in balance, thoughtful and disciplined. When out of balance, argues, excess heat, and gossips. Bring into balance with solo time and walks at night. Okay, you guys, that was the beautiful fire ant. And now we're on to our second fire animal, which, from what I can see, has absolutely no color at all, and that must scream something. To me, that screams something in this deck, because every card I've come across has at least a wink of color. But I am not seeing any change within the two, are you? Okay, so tell me in the comments what you think that might mean, you know? Hyena. Humor, wit, and sarcasm. I guess if you think to the movie The Lion King, they were humorous, sarcastic, and a bit wise. Or had wit for sure. Excuse me, humor, wit, sarcasm. The hyena personality is a jokester and a crowd pleaser, but below the surface there are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it's time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. Are you using jokes to hide old resentments in relationships? I've done that. Or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? I've also done that. What would happen if you took your goals seriously? Okay, so there's a lot to think about there. There's a lot of criticism in this card, but it is very constructively rooted. You know what I mean? We need to be reflecting, and reflecting is such a good thing to be doing. So, when this card is in balance, it's charming, witty, and fun to be around. When this card is out of balance, it is scrappy, petty, and suspicious. To bring back into balance, sobriety. And that's the last word of the page, and I think that's why it must scream so much to me, because it sounded like something so on that path, and it ends with the word to bring back into balance, sobriety. So when the hyena is on a sober path and in balance, it's charming, witty, and fun to be around. When out of balance, scrappy, petty, suspicious. That's an interesting card. It's not one that's super positive, but it's one that's super powerful, okay? Did we get through all three of them? Yeah, that's the three. So, maybe I'll get through this deck tonight for you guys. That is my hope. That is my hope. There we go. Whale, fire ant, hyena. Beautiful cards. 2 fire cards. The last of the water cards. Excellent, guys. Come back with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, as we get through the rest of this wild and unknown animal spirit deck. If you like my content, make sure you subscribe. All my love. The Taxidermy Witch.